Hi, my name is Julio. I am from Lisbon, Portugal. I am going to talk about some main issues on how to record spoken word. Recording a voice properly is certainly not the trivial task many people assume it to be. The spoken voice is, in many ways, far more demanding of studio acoustics, microphones, recording equipment and the expertise of the engineer than the voice. About the source, let's say, the sound that we produce. A human voice has three sources contributing to the complete sound: the chest, the mouth, and the nose. The chest is basically a large resonant cavity, and this accounts for a lot of the lower frequencies in the voice. Both the front and the back of the chest cavity vibrate, and being at a fairly low frequency, this part of the sound will tend to travel as a spherical wave, which means that it will radiate out in all directions. The mouth, teeth and lips are responsible for the main articulation of words, and produce mainly mid and high frequencies. This element of the voice is only available in front of the person speaking, not behind or to the sides. Very little actual sound is generated by nose. But why is so important? There's a surprising amount of wind. Not from speaking, but from breathing. Some actions like a Humphrey action to a comment, or a snorting laugh generate wind blasts, but are generally directed straight down and are only likely to cause problems if the microphone is very close to the mouth. And about choosing a microphone. Each type of microphone has its own blend of characteristics, and selecting a microphone is as much an artistic decision as a technical one. But the favorite microphone for voice work is the large diaphragm condenser microphone. The size of the diaphragm has a subtle but important effect on recorded quality, which seems to be particularly appropriate to the human voice. Most large diaphragm condenser microphones also have switchable polar responses, which makes this kind of microphone a particularly appropriate choice for voice work. Placing a microphone too close to the source of a spoken voice will distort the sound. Moving the microphone further away will usually achieve a better, more natural sound quality, but also captures more room sound, which may not be acceptable. If the right microphone is in the right place, with a performer in the right part of the right acoustic environment, the sound will be perfect. But if the sound is not perfect, some form of signal processing may be necessary, like equalization. It should always be used with care in any circumstances, but particularly so with a spoken voice, because coloration can be detected so easily. A high-pass filter to remove deep bass is often very helpful in minimizing the audible effects of popping and wind blasting, and removing any exterior noises such as traffic, air conditioning and so on. In some cases, reverb program may help to make the sound more natural. There are a lot more stuff about recording the spoken word, but it is important to highlight that the spoken voice is a very critical sound source, purely because everyone knows what a voice is supposed to sound like. Mechanical and electrical colorations are very obvious, even if the particular voice is unknown to the listener. As always, take the time to experiment with different microphones in different positions, and try to get the best possible sound from the studio environment before resorting to signal processing. Thanks for listening. Keep up with the good work.